Just wanted to do I looked in the wrong direction. I was looking at the light. Hey there, just wanted to do a quick video for you to give you a quick update on some English expressions of the week that I've been posting to Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram at Learn English Expressions, check it out. I'm a little bit more consistently active there just because, it's easier to post one quick expression in 15 seconds instead of YouTube where it takes a little bit longer to post a video. Anyway, let's get right into it. So first expression, well, this is actually a phrasal verb that I just posted the other day for something to go down. So this is a common phrasal verb we use to say that something happened. For example, I might say, what went down yesterday? I wasn't at work. What went down? I heard somebody got fired. Oh, you won't believe what went down the other day. It's like, this is crazy. This is what happened. So a lot of times it's when we're using it as a tool to tell a story where we're exaggerating or it's like a big story or something. But we could also say, hey, I'm going to your barbecue this weekend. What time's everything going down at? It's like, what time are we having a barbecue? So that's for something to go down, for an event to go down. It's like for something to happen. And you can conjugate it. The verb it's the verb to go. So you can conjugate it past tense, future tense. When will it go down? The other one was stay tuned. So this is just a common phrase we use when something is going to pause, like a story, and we're going to finish it later. Like I might say right here, hey, I have to stop the video for a second. Stay tuned, and I will post another video later. Stay tuned. It's like pay attention, stay up to date. Typically, this comes from being on TV, and when they pause for a commercial break, they'll say, stay tuned. They'll also say, don't touch that dial, because these refer to television terminology, because when you are watching a channel, you are tuned into the channel, and the dial refers to the old-fashioned knob that you used to change on radios. It was called a dial, I think, or the knob on a TV. I think we called that the dial as well. All right, moving on to the next one. If you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. So this is a pretty good one that we use to talk about doing favors for people, right? So if you do me a favor, I'll do you a favor back. Or I'll hit you back, we'll say as well. I'll get you back. Anyway, this is just a nice little colloquialism or figure of speech that we use. So if someone scratches your back, you'll turn around and scratch that person's back as well. If you do something for me that is in my interest, I will do something as well for you. A way that I think of it, or a common example that I think of, is like if you're trying to get away with something, you're trying not to get in trouble for something, and you're talking to your siblings and you're like, hey, if you don't tell mom and dad that I accidentally crashed their car, I won't tell them about you skipping school last week. If you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. So sometimes there's a little bit of like malicious intent to it. You can use it like talking about crime scenarios as well, or just something a little bit devious, some devious acts. You can say, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. The next one is to be one step ahead of someone. So when you're one step ahead of someone, it means you're thinking faster than that person, right? So we often will say, darn it, this guy's always one step ahead of me. For example, if I was going to do something nice for my mom for Mother's Day, right? And I plan this big surprise. I'm going to bring her flowers and chocolate cake and have a band sing to her out in front of her window. And my brother, I get there and my brother's already done all of this stuff. I would say, oh, my brother is always one step ahead of me. He's always doing things and acting before I act. He always does what I want to do, but a little bit earlier. So by the time I do it, it's really lost its effect. So to be one step ahead of someone. Then the next phrase that I posted, and this is going to be the last one for today, is to be a go-getter. So somebody who is a go-getter is somebody who's ambitious, right? We'll say, this guy's a real go-getter. Another phrase we use is a self-starter, somebody who starts his or herself. That's a self-starter, somebody who is ambitious, motivated, they start themselves. A go-getter as well is another way to refer to this type of person. Basically, the only reason that I kind of pointed out and think it's worth mentioning is because it's kind of a interesting grammatical thing going on here, right? Because a go-getter, you go get things, right? But we've basically taken the grammar rules of turning verbs into nouns by adding er, like a getter would be the noun form of to get, basically. So a go-getter is a person who goes and gets things, a motivated person, somebody who doesn't wait around, they go and get whatever it is they want. They're a go-getter. Just in case you didn't quite understand what I meant by taking a verb and turning it into a noun, what I mean is the verb to get is to get, but a getter would be somebody who gets, right? I don't think it's a formal word, but you'll see examples of this with words like sing. Somebody who sings is a singer. To write, the verb to write, somebody who writes is a writer. So we're taking these verbs and following this grammar rule and turning them into nouns. A singer is someone who sings, a writer is someone who writes, a speaker is someone who speaks, and a getter is someone who gets. I hope that explanation kind of clears things up. That's it for today, with just a few expressions of the week that I've been posting on my account to Instagram. You should check it out. It's at Learn English Expressions if you want to stay a little more up to date. I only get a chance to post on YouTube every couple of days, so Instagram's a great way to post little tips throughout the day, and I'm usually posting on there daily and getting involved with other activities. So I know not everybody's into Instagram, but I think it's could be a good resource for education if you're interested in going that route. The videos, the short clips really make it helpful for learning and teaching things really quickly. So I suggest it, and I'll leave you a little link in the description, and we will see each other next time. Keep studying and keep learning.